Hey fellas, welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you a video of how I put in my trench set and then also like a flat set. So you'll see a two set combo here. And just with my trench set, I pretty much make it with just a pick MATTOCK. Now I also have used a 4-service axe, also known as a PULASKI, and they both work great. They're both awesome tools to use. But I like the pick MATTOCK, especially whenever it's like hard ground you're working in or even frozen ground, because with the pick, it kind of allows you to make your dirt hole, and it also allows you to make your pilot hole for your super stake or whatever staking system you're running. So stick around. I'm going to show you guys how to make that, and then what the application is with that pick MATTOCK. So I winded down my season. My season's over. I ended up catching 151 coyotes, 25 red fox, and then a couple non-targets. Ended up catching a few mink just around the house, and then I've been doing a couple little beaver jobs for some of the landowners that allow me to trap on them. I don't want to kind of get too long-winded into this. I just really want to get you guys and let you guys see how this set's constructed and just kind of get to the meat and potatoes of the video. Also stick around towards the end of the video and you'll get to see a first night catch on a fur bearer. So we'll kind of keep that a mystery for now, but look forward to it. All right, let me show you what you can do with this tool. Now, this is just a pick MATTOCK, and all we're going to really have to do is use this piece of equipment for the entirety of this process. So let's get to it. So I'm just going to make a little V right there. All right. So now my trap bed is essentially dug. Now, to put a dirt hole in here, we're just going to use this part of the MATTOCK. And if you want to go a step further and get your pilot hole made for your stake, just so now you have your pilot hole made and you have your dirt hole made. Now this works really well whenever the ground is pretty hard, or even if it's frozen, it works really well. And it's very quick and very simple, and that's pretty much all you have to do, fellas. Man, we're having fun today. I'm out on this Lease property and setting up a few more places. Not really setting like the way I usually like to set. I like to just set, when it's early season, like October, early November, I like to just set the high traffic areas and then get down the road and get to the next property. But right now I'm on a few deer leases and really trying to catch the numbers just on one property. So it's kind of like I'm ADC trapping these properties for coyotes, but we'll see how it goes. And hopefully there's some good success. From my experience on this place, I should be able to pull anywhere from 7 to 10, depending on the year, depending on the pressure, all the variables that kind of go into it. But I'm anxious. I'm anxious to see how it does, and I'll keep you guys posted. We'll see what happens. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm just using a Duke number 4 fully modified, just to my liking, with the Positrip pan and the rod style dog. It also has a 4-coil on it and lamination with a number 3 twist link chain. And I like to run those in my trenches as well as in OBS traps. And
I'm going to be switching over to a lot of the no BS wire levers, but this is just one of my favorite go-to sets. It's a trench style dirt hole set. No, I'm not reinventing the wheel, but just over the years, I've used a couple different techniques from experience and kind of just made this set and constructed it to the way I like it, and so it fits my system very well. I don't do anything extremely fancy with it. Using the PICMATTOK has allowed me to really construct these extremely fast and be extremely efficient doing it. It's definitely worked out for me in the long run. And it's nothing fancy, just some bait and urine down the hole. I do like to have a flat set close by, but I like the visual attraction that these sets give you. So if I can always have one of them close with it, or like tag teamed, I think that's just icing on the cake. Kind of wanting to show you the set progression. So that's just basically how I dig out the mattock, use the mattock to make that hole, and then it's just pretty simple in construction with some guiding at the points of contact that I don't want them to step on. And I love flat sets. I think that a flat set has a lot of good qualities and good attributes to use on your line. I think that they're super simple and quick to make, and there's so many different variations that you can just do whatever fits you and whatever you like. I know from using that stake driver, it works it's just great to work with, and having these the large pit pans, they give you a little bit more surface area for paws on the pan. So pretty quick and simple set to make. I don't really nitpick on how my trap sets in the trap bed, as long as it's just in there and working. Doesn't really matter if you think they're going to walk over your set one way and you set for that, and well, maybe they walk over it a different way. But just no pan covers on any of my sets. I just use peat moss, just dry peat moss that I get from Lowe's or Menards. If you don't have one of those around you, maybe just some mom and pop store, or have someone order it, or you can order it off of Amazon. But just peat moss over the trap, and then I get a little bit of ground cover and just kind of blend it. It really just to hold that peat moss in place. And now after that, I'm honestly just going to be putting a few guides on it and then covering it with a little bit of grass. If you can see on the left and right side of the set, there's some grass, so I'm just going to try and blend it out with some grass at the end. Otherwise, just do a kind of a simple punch hole on one side, and I'll just use a punch hole with some bait in it, and then I'll put a little bit of urine. Sometimes I put it on the opposite side, but most of the time I'm putting it on like the same side as the bait down in the hole. You can kind of switch it up. Probably 7 times out of 10, I'm going to be putting everything on one side just to keep their focus on one side. You can get away with multiple things. They have compass sets and all this, and all that stuff works.
All right, guys, this is the cattle trail that those coyote tracks are on, but just want to give you a quick show. So that's that little flat set, trail set that I put in. Just put a commercial bait on the left side of the screen and then some urine on the right side of the screen. And also came up over here just off the trail and threw in a little trench style dirt hole set. Got some beautiful country to definitely work with, that's for sure. And Over there where that pile of trees is, to the right of it, I've got about 3 sets. It's a nice big draw that comes down, and this just a big travel corridor that, from my experience, it produces really well. And up top there, I've got a couple sets over there, and just over that hill there's actually just a dead feeder cow that didn't make it, but I've got a couple traps up there on it. So not doing my typical style of set where I just run and gun and set a couple spots and then go down the road. I'm trapping on these deer leases, so it's kind of like I'm ADC trapping. I'm just trying to set up as many places that I think, from my experience, are pretty good spots, and just see how many coyotes I can take out of here without, you know, any issues or any misses or mishaps. So we'll see how it does. I'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah, as you guys know, us as trappers, we're always watching the weather and just trying to figure out what the heck's going on with the upcoming week, or maybe even the next 3 days. To be honest with you guys, I just wish that the weatherman was batting 500 in my area, because they are very rarely right. It's amazing how many times they can get things wrong. But as most outdoorsmen, we're typically staying up on the weather and checking to see how things are progressing and what we need to do.
I set up this deer lease property yesterday and checked day 1 on it, so we're gonna go see what's going on, and let's see if we had any luck. Hey, thanks for sticking around and watching the video. Really appreciate it. I'm going to leave a couple links from my Amazon affiliate for the Pulaski if you're interested in getting that, which is also the Forest Service X, or if you're interested in getting the MATTOCK. So I'll leave a couple links down below, and then I'll also leave a link for that Ladyfoot or Lady Slipper super stake driver that I use quite frequently, actually all the time. I've bought 2 of them. I believe if you get them off of Amazon right now, they're around 46 bucks, free shipping if you have Prime. The MATTOCK is, I believe, like $49.99. So it's, you know, relatively cheap, and good tool for you guys to have, or for anyone to have, if they're wanting to put in sets quick and get down the road and get to trapping new properties and new fur bearers. So until next time, guys, I really appreciate you, and we'll see you soon.